What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for sticking with us. If you're a long time subscriber, if you're new here and you like this kind of content, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Really helps out with what we're trying to do here on the channel. I think it's been a year or maybe even 2 years now. We installed the Motobilt 4-inch round LED taillights in the Jeep JLU. One thing that I didn't do real clear was talk about the wiring in that video. So we're gonna take them out and talk about the wiring, exactly how we did the wiring, and hopefully this helps. I've gotten several comments and messages about how to do the wiring because there was no real instructions on it. So we'll take it out and then we'll just go over the wire real quick video. Hopefully it helps. And if it's been a little while since you sent me the comment or the message, sorry, life is busy. We got kids running around everywhere. But, what, dude?
I'm gonna go camping tomorrow.
Anyways, let's get this light out and talk about the wiring. Let's go. All right, in case you hadn't seen the first video where I installed this, I'll link that down below, but this is what they look like now, a year or two later. All this stuff comes in raw metal, all this bracketry. This was bed lined, this part, and then this we painted with the accent color. You can see where the bolts went in and kind of stripped the paint away. You're starting to get a little bit of rust. But the side marker lights and the actual light itself has held up great. Let's get it out and see how much water and dirt's back there. Because in the first video I talked about how it's not real sealed and how I was worried about water and stuff getting in there. So let's look in there and see what we got. All right, we got the driver's side out. This is just an adapter that goes down to the trailer wiring harness. Let's see what we got in here. Don't look too bad, a little bit of dirt and whatnot in there, but it's also open down there after the install of the new fender liners, it looks like. So it's just gonna get wet in there, I guess. Let's go over this wiring. You gotta be careful. They're running each other over with their toy Jeep. Sorry. So this is what it looks like out. The wires that were coming out of the Motobilt was black, red, white, and brown. And then from it also came with this little resistor to keep hyperflash from happening. And then from the marker lights, the little ones that you saw on the side, those have a red, black, and yellow coming out of them. So from that, so what I did was I just cut the factory harness off of the old taillight. So off the factory taillight, that way I didn't have to cut into the harness inside the Jeep. Figured it'd be a lot closer to replace the taillight than it would be tapping into that harness. So I just cut this plug off. I used the factory plug to wire this up. So with the factory plug wires, we got green is going to the resistor, which loops back around. Here, let me take this tape off real quick. All right, so from the factory plug, green goes into the resistor, which loops back around and ties in to the red of the taillight. And from that red, we're also tapped into the two reds going to the two marker lights. So that takes care of the resistor, the green wire from the plug, and the red wires to the taillight itself. The yellow wire from the factory plug was not used. The orange wire from the factory plug was right into the white wire of the taillight. The purple wire from the factory plug went to the black wire to the taillight and to the black wire to both marker lights. And then from the factory plug, you had blue and black. I think that's black. Blue and black went to the yellow from the marker lights, and the brown to the taillight. And that's it. That's what it all looks like. Once everything was wired up, I just plugged this into the factory plug and everything worked like a champ. All right, just a nice short little video about the wiring on that tail light. Hopes that helps somebody if you're looking to get that Motobilt kit for your Jeep. The wiring took a little while just to sit at the counter with a test light, and I think I even used a battery since those are LEDs just to touch things together and see what made what light up. But it's been working great on the Jeep. Blinkers work, reverse lights work, brake lights work, running lights work. Everything works like it's supposed to, the way it's wired up currently that I just showed you. So I hope that helps. And as always, when you get a cool product like that and you wire it up and it works great, it's not a bad life. It's a dad life. Let's go.